Hey, good people. Hoping everyone is well. I did a video a couple months ago just kind of introducing myself, hoping that someone might want to join me on my journey or just kind of maybe encouraging someone who's kind of on the, what do you call it? On the, just thinking about it. But as a sleeved person, I wanted to follow up on the medications I'm taking in preparation for my BBL, tummy reconstruction, and the lipo. So let me just go through the basic stuff that I would do regardless of the surgery. And then I'll talk about the things that I upped it up on. So first of all, I don't know how to switch my camera around. I'm not that good. So either way, I have a stationary bike. I also have, and I ride that for 10 miles a day, a little bit, give or take, sometimes 9.5, sometimes 10.5. And then I also have a vibration plate. Kind of look into those vibration plates because I use my vibration plate as a massager for my legs and so forth. And you kind of get on it and squat and, do your like floor routine or whatever, but on the actual vibration plate, and it has different presets and things like that. But I'm very basic. I just use it for that. The other reason I have the vibration plate is it serves as a lymphatic. It can perform assist in doing your self lymphatic massages. So when I go to the DR, I'll have my massages every day. But once I get back, first of all, the price is going to triple, and then secondly, I don't know if I'm gonna want to be bothered with going to a masseuse every day. Either way, I got a vibration plate for that. That's something I'm already doing. Another thing I do. This is a pretty small. It's a leg. These are leg massagers. So they puff up. You plug it in, and it just kind of squeezes your leg, gives you the compression. So this one goes on my hooves, my calves, and my thighs. So it just is another thing that I do to complement my exercise and to avoid blood clots. So I'm gonna take this with me because, as you can see, it's fairly small. So it's not that big. I could probably take it as a carry-on, and that's it. So let's also go over, let me show you one of the weirdest things that I do and why I do it and why I'm going to continue it for the surgery. This is something I use. Don't judge me. I use diatomaceous earth, the food grade one. I take this like a teaspoon every day in a drink of any sort, as long as it's not a hot drink. Let me tell you why I do it. As a sleeve person, I cannot ingest a lot of food. Lord, it's not the Rona. I'm scared. I'm in my house by myself. I'm scared to cough. What was I saying? Diatomaceous earth. I got into using this because as a sleeve person, I cannot absorb nutrients as I usually did. Even though I wasn't eating nutrient-dense food, I really cannot do that any longer since I'm sleeved. What I found is that my teeth became like really brittle, like chalk. These two I've had to have replaced. I'm going to have these two replaced, and when I say they just crumbling, that's a side effect. I don't really know if there's anything, and then also I have dental history is kind of in my family as well. But the diatomaceous earth is, if you're interested, it's from the bottom of the ocean. So it's just a lot of silica. Let me slow down. I'm saying too many things at one time because it's almost time for me to wind it down. Back it up. This is not going to make no sense. I take this. Diatomaceous earth, the food grade. If you're interested, look it up. It's fairly simple, kind of cut and dry. It does not have a taste. It does have a texture. So you put about a teaspoon in a cold beverage every day, and it keeps your hair growing. Let me show you why. I've always had long hair, and my hair is not processed or anything like that, right? Excuse me. So I've always had a lot of hair, but oh, look at them grays, girl. But as the years have gone by, I've noticed, I don't know if you can see it. See how I just jumped out there? Like, bam, here I go. You looking for me, sis? Here I go. See how this is thinning? I don't know if you can see that. Like, it's dramatic. Like, girl, I need to get that paint or whatever. But it's been really, really pronounced here, and just certain spots in my head. It wasn't for length. I was taking, and I keep my hair pretty twisted, and I wear a lot of wigs and other protective styles. I very rarely wear my own hair. But the diatomaceous, the DE, diatomaceous earth, I use it for keeping my hair, because like I said, I wasn't trying to get length, and I do wear a lot of protective styles, but that bald spot, she was giving me nightmares. That is just not cute. But it's something that, if you're interested in that, you might want to check into it. But it grows hair everywhere. So if you're a person that's prone to growing hair on your legs, under your arms, on your feet, or even on your face, or whatever, it's going to grow that hair too. It doesn't isolate it. So for me though, I don't really grow hair on my legs, so it's not really a big deal. And I nair, so the hair under my arms isn't really a big deal. And I haven't really had any other problems. I have, like, two of my daughters were saying they could feel their hair growing on their arms, like when the wind blew, so they elected not to take that. But either way, all right, so that is, I guess, a couple of things that I'm already doing, not necessarily surgery related. Other things. Goli, love Goli. Overpriced, but well worth it, because I was sipping vinegar every day, anyways, for blood pressure and just the benefits of apple cider vinegar in and of itself. And you've been using these for a few months now, and I like them. They don't taste like apple cider vinegar, thank goodness. They are pretty good. Gotta watch it, because you will snack on these like regular candy, I guess. As a sleeve person, I go into how many times have I said sleeve? As a sleeve person, I go to the doctor and I have my blood panels done. I have a panel pulled every 3 months to see if I'm deficient in anything. That way I'm not just taking vitamins that I don't need, and I am taking the ones that I do need. So past year or so, I've been on vitamin K. Why? I don't remember, to be quite honest. But I take it. I get it from Amazon. It's not prescription strength. It's nothing massive or whatever. I also take folic acid. Nothing to do with the surgery, but it is a complement to your blood levels, I think. So I already take those. This is a prescription strength, what the heck is it? Potassium. Now, I lived in Puerto Rico a few years back. Loved it. Can't wait to go home. But either way, I moved to Puerto Rico right after I had my surgery. And I was living in the valley of a mountain by myself and enjoying every bit of it. Not too far from a Yunque rainforest. Love everything. Problem was, I wasn't seeing my regular PCP that I've been going to for the past 20 years here in the States. And I was in my house alone at the bottom of a mountain in a little valley, 4 minutes away from the Atlantic Ocean. I point all this out because your girl was in there fainting like a baby goat. I was in there just fainting. Came back, I would come back to the States every 3 months, got my test, and it was my potassium levels that were having me fainting like a baby goat. So I stay on these. I don't want to do that no more. That's kind of scary. And I don't know if you've ever fainted before, but it's exhausting. I don't know how, but it is very exhausting. Another thing I needed to take that is also going to benefit me during the surgery is vitamin C. I really hope I can find something smaller, because these things are like humongous. But I take them because it's vitamin C, and my blood panels requested that I have that with zinc. And it's also something that Dra Medina requests on her list of items. I take a B complex. My B vitamins have changed often. Sometimes I need B12, sometimes, which I think is potassium, but my B's change. So I take this again because it's sleeved, but I'm going to continue taking it after my surgery. Vitamin D, I'm not sure what I take this one for, but I know it. I got it from my regular PCP when she did my panels. And as a sleeve person, all day, every day. The stomach acid from the little bit, you used to have a bigger stomach, now it's much smaller. So that acid that you have in your stomach, you feel it more. And I notice every single night I'm popping these things, honey, like breath mints, these things. And this is just the super inexpensive Sam's brand. I get 2 of these for like $8. So I'll be taking a bottle of these with me. But this is something that I do presently. So that's that. Let's show you this. I showed you the diametric earth. Let me show you. This is something else that I don't know. When I was heavier, I was taking a lot of different medications because I had high blood pressure, high cholesterol, blood sugar, something else. But either way, I just bought a basic meter off of. It's a 4-way meter. I think I got it for maybe $70 or so on Amazon. And it's just for me to be able to test, my levels. Because I don't want to get down to the Dominican Republic and not have all my blood levels. I'm prepared to pay for whatever is needed, but I just don't want to have a wasted trip and get down there and my blood levels aren't right. My blood levels are normally low. The sleeve just made that worse. I think I was like at a 7, which is so low. I was basically a walking zombie. But now in prep for the surgery, I knowing that I needed to test this more regularly. And I'm going to show you 3 things that I do that has brought my, what do you call that level? What am I trying to say? My blood level. That's not the right word to use. What is the right word? Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Hemoglobin. There you go. I don't know why I wanted to say hemp oil. But hemoglobin has brought my hemoglobin up to a 14.7. 0.75. So it has put me in the range so that I can satisfy the requirements for Dr. Medina, which was your hemoglobin needs to be 12 for 1 procedure, 13 if you're having 2 procedures, and 14 to have 3. And I'm having 3. So I'm at 14.75 or something like that. But tell you why. I take, for the surgery, I'm preparing for this with taking beets. Beet has a lot of oxygen in it, you know what I mean, and it helps, with your blood levels. It does some other stuff. It's working. I need glasses too. So, but these are my heavy hitters though. They're pretty expensive, but I think well worth it. And I have to say, the past couple of months that I've been doing these things, I do feel better, as far as my iron is concerned. I take the blood builder. I take these twice. I take 2 of these a day. Let me show you how big these are. And these are actually smaller than the vitamin C, but still, kind of big. And you have to take quite a few of these a day. It's kind of, aggy. Or maybe I'm just whiny. I don't know. But I take the blood builder as well as the Floridix iron tablets. So I don't know why this particular brand is packaged like this, but I'm leaving it like this because normally I put all my medicine in my pill box or whatever for the week, but these come like this. I take 2 of these a day. So in total, I'm taking 4 iron supplements and beetroot for my iron, and just with all that, it brought me up to 14.75. When I've had the surgery, I will not continue to take this much iron. I will go back to, a normal for me should be 12. I'll be fine with that, an 11 or a 12, and I will reduce these down to taking whichever one performs better for me, and I'll just continue to do my self checks with that. So, other thing, my daughters and grandchildren were going to accompany me for my surgery, but since Rona is here, Airbnb, the host canceled the reservation and refunded me my money, which I don't blame them. And I actually checked with Dr. Medina and Rocio Ortega to see if there would be any problems, because I know there was a lot of people that were stuck, a lot of U.S. citizens that were stuck in different countries. And I just wanted to kind of see, because the Dominican Republic had actually stopped letting people fly in or, cruise in. They weren't taking anyone. So right now, as it stands, I am still going. My surgery is scheduled on July 15th. However, it's an elective surgery, and if I can do it, I can do it. And if I can't do it, if for whatever reason, they need to reschedule. I'm not going to put myself in harm's way. I'm on quarantine in my own house in Florida, where we got people all, highly infected and whatever. So I'm not going to take that chance on being like that in the Dominican. So as of right now, the only thing that has happened is the Airbnb host did refund my money, so my daughters can't come with me, which made me a little bit, but under the circumstances, I completely understand that. I did hire nurse Nancy Calixte, excuse me. I'm probably still pronouncing it wrong, but not intentional. I hired her. I had already been planning on working with her, but instead of having her for one day, I'll probably just have her for 3 days because it'll give me and my family better peace of mind. So I didn't mean for this video to be this long, but I was just basically just trying to come up because I didn't realize that I hadn't really given an update to anyone who might have been interested. Again, diatomaceous earth will make everything grow. Make your hair grow. It also took my curl pattern out my hair. So for, I don't know what I was. I might have been like a 4B sometimes. My hair had multiple textures, but this definitely made it a little finer, which I didn't really want. I don't particularly like straight hair. I like my hair to have a texture to it. But the other benefit, I'm so scatterbrained right now. The other benefit to this is because lipo burns. With this having so much silica in it, I'm hoping that will offset some of that. And again, it's just a small amount. So it is, ooh, that's a word. I don't even like the way the letter's set up, so I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. But this big container was 5.5 pounds, and it might have been $20, and I'll probably be able to leave it in my will to my family because it's so much of it, because you only ingest, a teaspoon every day. So, I also joined Surgery Buddies on Instagram. Looking for anybody who might be going the same time as me to the same location. I found one chick that was going 2 days before me. Maybe I'll meet her. I don't know. Just see how her experience is going, because we'll be staying at the same recovery home. And is what it is. So I am still moving forward right now. But if Rhoda changes my plans, just like she has for millions of other people in the rest of the world, what I'm gonna do? I can't fight her, and I'm fine with it. If she says, Chandra, you sit still, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna sit still. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. So, but if she say I'm going, this is what I'm going with. Next time I'll show you what is in my suitcase, because right now I am overpacked. No doubt about it. I don't know why, but I have all kinds of stuff. So I'm gonna try to whittle that out. And take all the things that I just showed you here. And I'm hoping everyone is staying safe, being well, take care of your mental health, be appreciative of things around you. I work in healthcare. I'm a research analyst. I work from home, so I see these medical claims often. My daughters are in healthcare, so they deal with patients. One of my son-in-laws is a EMT, and then my oldest daughter is a recovering breast cancer survivor. So these diseases are not to be played with. There's a lot of people who have compromised immune systems, and you wouldn't know anything about it just by looking at them. So I'm just praying that everyone stay safe, make good decisions, wash your hands, and then wash them again, and then wash them some more. Don't go nowhere, but just keep washing your hands. And I'll give you guys an update in a couple weeks.